A typical comment after someone watches a gang stalking video is, "I didn't see evidence of anything in this video. This is merely paranoia." Well, yeah, you didn't see proof of anything because you haven't experienced or seen what the target has. Once I explain the details in this video clip, it should make a lot more sense as to what is actually going on. Here's an example of a typical gang stalking experience. Did you notice anything unusual in that clip? Odds are you probably didn't, but let's rewind the video and take a closer look at the details. What you have to understand is gang stalking is a program that puts you under constant surveillance all the time. The operators of this know what you listen to, they know what you watch, they know what your favorite activities are. They basically know everything about you. And the first thing that stands out in this scene is that he's wearing a K-Fan t-shirt. And I had listened to K-Fan religiously at the time. It was one of my favorite radio stations. And the second thing that's unusual about this is it's the first time in my many years that I'd ever seen anyone wear that t-shirt. And what makes the connection really is, if you'll notice in the video, if you play it back again, he kind of sticks his neck out for a second, directed at me, and then pretends that he's not paying any attention. But it's actually a psychological thing where to let you know that they're watching you all the time. And this is something, if it happened once or twice, it wouldn't be a big deal, but they do this over and over for effect. Now the common response to this is, "Oh my God, you weren't attacked. What's the problem with them mildly annoying you like this?" Well, they're kind of missing the point here. The point is it's a violation of your rights. And imagine if this is happening to someone that isn't aware of what's going on. If these incidences keep happening over and over and over, eventually it's probably going to make them flip out. And that's more than likely one of the objectives of this program. Luckily, it's not going to work on me because I know what they're trying to do. Now in this next clip, someone drives by me and hangs his arm out the window and he waves in a particular motion. What he's doing here is he's actually imitating something I did the day before. The day before, I was driving around and I stuck my hand out the window and waved like that just to see if I could get a response from someone. Of course, they never do respond because it's not in their script. They don't want to get in trouble or anything. So, anyway, what's interesting is the way he's moving his hands is like exactly the way I did it when I was doing it. It's not just, it's not a coincidence that he just a guy that happens to drive by and just, he's waving at you. No, he's imitating exactly what I did the day before. And once again, it's just, reinforcing that they're watching you. And, this doesn't bother me other than being annoying. But the annoying part is it doesn't stop them from continuing to do it, even if their actions aren't affecting you, but because it's part of their system. Well, I just thought I'd give you a couple examples of what gang stalkers do when you're not home. They break into your house and they do stuff like cutting open your shoes, and what they do is they try to make things look like it's just normal wear and tear. But when you've been through this long enough, when you notice it happening frequently over and over. Like, for example, I bought shoes a few months ago, and they were brand new, and they're expensive, like $40 shoes, and it was fine for the first couple days, and there was snow out at the time this happened. And then I remember one morning waking up, going outside, and noticing that, similar to this, that the soles around the edges were caved in, and snow was getting inside the shoe. So I thought, well, that's weird, that must have been a defective shoe or something. So I brought the shoe back, and literally within and I got the same exact shoes, and literally within less than a week, those same shoes had the exact same problem
where the shoe was caving in around the side. So I thought, well, maybe this is just some defective shoe. Well, I got another pair of shoes, and guess what happened? Like, this one probably lasted a little bit longer. Maybe it was a few more weeks, but I wasn't even, putting these shoes through any stress test. This was just normal walking and everything. So obviously, it leads you to believe there's something going on other than just normal wear and tear. And if you look at this shoe, I mean, this looks like someone just took a knife, like this, and just went in here and went shh. I mean, just look at the pattern and how it's it looks just like a cut. And then here we have some jeans. Now I know normally jeans wear, and on the bottoms it's pretty common, but that's usually after like what, maybe a couple years or so. You start getting the little threads that might start showing. But you can see on this one, this was like totally ripped apart. This isn't just normal wear and tear. I mean, just look at this right here. And this is nothing I did. I didn't get these jeans caught up on anything that would cause anything like that. And these jeans weren't even that old. I maybe had these for a few months. And I've had many situations like this where I'd have maybe 3 or 4 pairs of jeans that were just totally ripped up like this, and I threw them away and I just replaced them with all new jeans, and then a month or two later it'd be back to the same thing where half my jeans would be like this. And you can see how inconsistent it is too, where it doesn't look real bad here. That might possibly regular wear and tear, but then all of a sudden, I mean, look at this. It gets worse and worse around the edges, and obviously something like this doesn't happen, unless you get it caught on something. And it's just horrible. And then you'll notice, like, and then maybe close to the knees or something, you'll get, they'll just take out little parts like that, attempting to make it look like it's just normal. And then even places where you wouldn't expect it, like around your pockets, how that's tearing out too.
Well, hopefully this gave you an idea of why gang stalking is hard to prove. There's a lot more that I wanted to get into, but I didn't want this video to be too long. Notice I didn't even touch on electronic harassment because that topic deserves its own video. Just in closing, there's a couple points I want to make. People always ask, why do they target nobodies? Why wouldn't it be a celebrity or, some famous person or something? Or somebody that it would make sense to go after? Because if you think about it, nobodies are really the perfect guinea pigs, because they're not going to believe you, because it's like, where are your credentials? You're not a doctor, you're not a scientist or anything, you don't work at any major corporation, and you're not a big celebrity. So I mean, it makes perfect sense that that's who they'd go after. And the other point I'd like to make is that it's not just TIs that are being targeted anymore. If you do your research, you'll find out that this is happening to the world at large. I think we're winning this battle right now, and we're starting to make a lot of headway, but there's still a lot of work to do, and we all need to keep our focus on this whole issue. So anyway, that's all I got for now.